Hey, how you doing? Today we're going to be changing out these bolts, which are going to, let me just focus that in a second. So this little bolt here is a real pain to remove from the front suspension on an Alfa Romeo GT, and it is this bolt here. Now, I tried really carefully to remove this, and as you can see, it's rounded off. So we're going to be chiseling this out and then replacing it with an original part. So first thing I always like to do is make sure I've got the right part. So I just got one of these, which is like a really cheap little plastic tool. I haven't done this, so we have got 19. I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can get the same part as this. This is for an Alfa Romeo GT 1.9 diesel. Yeah, that's cool. So this is what it should look like without being all mangled up. And this size is Torx T. So it is a size E14 that you need, and it's a Torx bolt, which fits in there perfect. Now, these come with a really small little, it's just a, what size is this? It's not even like, it's tiny, it's 3/8. Yeah, so it's only a 3/8 adapter that you can get in there. Now I have got a 3/8 breaker bar, which I tried to use on this, but unfortunately the breaker bar failed. It just ended up rounding that off, and I think all of this is really rusted inside. So if we have a look at the actual design, so we've got this section here which holds it in place from the actual suspension. Where is the new one? Here it is. So this is the new one, and that's what it looks like. So this literally just will slot and come upwards like that, and the bolt is obviously going straight through that, preventing that from happening, which is not a bad thing. So these are my new dampeners. They look so nice. The other thing I need to change out is the rubber. Again, really struggled to get that on eBay or anywhere. Eventually I found it on the same website I got this one, which is Alpha Workshop. But I'm going to leave a link in the description for that to help you guys out. And the rubber in question is this one. I tried to do like a repair job to this because I wanted to try and save the rubber, but it's just too far gone. So we are going to change out the shock, going to change out the bolt, going to change out the rubber. In order to do that, the first thing we do is we compress the springs using our spring compressors. I should get those. So yeah, these are my spring compressors. We're going to be using these basically to compress the spring. Once the tension is taken off, then we can remove the top bolt. Now, put a load of copperies on this, so it should just pop off. Okay, and this hole here, if you have a look at it, that lines up with this over here. So when you're putting it back together, that has to be perfectly in line with our friend here. And you can also see that the rubber also has to be lined up as well, because there's a small mark on the rubber. So when it's all going back together, you need to make sure that this is in alignment before you release the shock tensioners on it. Otherwise you will never be able to line that up at all, ever. And then on the top we have, I think that's a size 17, and a really tiny spanner. I think it's the smallest one I got, which is, yeah, so this is size 17 for the top bolt there, and spanner size 6, which just holds it in place. Or you could use, well, to actually get down into there, but the socket set does it. I didn't have problems with this moving. I think maybe where it's just as soon as you take the pressure off. But I was able to loosen it off without having to use like an angled spanner or anything, because getting down into that is quite difficult. But yeah, that's pretty much the process. So in the next video, you're just going to see me compressing the spring, taking it off, and then chiseling this. So what we're going to be aiming to do is basically hitting the side here and then moving it anti-clockwise. Let's check the thread actually. Which way does the thread go? Okay, cool. So it's anti-clockwise to take it out. Obviously, because you don't presume that the thread goes the way that you think it is. If it's a bolt like this is designed to fail on removing it, so that manufacturers can sell you another part. These were only £3, which is pretty good. So yeah, or I mean, maybe they don't. I don't know, but that little bolt, yeah, I just think it's from speaking to a lot of the other guys. Everybody has problems removing these bolts because they rust in place, and once they're rusted, it's really hard to get them out. So I'm just going to use a chisel technique, which is basically where I actually physically hit the side and I try and move it very slowly to take it out. And the shock waves going through here should break up all of the rust on here, but as you can see, it's a really long bolt. It's going to have a lot of rust. It's going to be a problem to remove. So here goes. So my next video is literally just going to be me chiseling for hours. Cool. I'll catch you later. Bye.